Come up a little. Hey y'all, it's Jan, Simply Jan Homestead. We're gonna make zucchini bread today. Woohoo!
Yeah, we've been making it quite a bit, and we just figured we'd share this recipe with everybody, and you guys can try it out, see how you like it.
This is my sister-in-law's recipe, Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Probably was her mom's, probably got it from someone else. I'm standing on my tippy toes, guys. Otherwise, here I am. I'm a shrimp.
I think you guys will really enjoy this recipe.
You're gonna like it. It's so good. And Kevin's gonna show you. This is Kevin. That's Kevin. Say hi.
Hi. Well,
He's simply Kevin.
I'm gonna be doing all the filming, so she will walk you through this.
Here we go.
So let's get started.
Okay. Okay, show them everything. So, what you're gonna need is 3 eggs, 1 cup of oil.
Obviously, you can see we got more than 3 eggs.
We're tripling the recipe, guys.
Because we're making a big batch of it, but
2 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 cups of zucchini, grated.
There's the zucchini.
2 cups of sugar.
2 cups of sugar is
3 cups of flour.
obviously, again, this is way more because we're making a big batch of this.
And this is all the baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then 1 cup of nuts. You can add a cup of raisins as well if you like raisins, and have raisins and nuts in it.
I don't like raisins.
Or you could do one of the other. It doesn't matter, whatever you like. And then, come over here, babe. You're gonna grease and flour your pans. So we've already done that. And so we're gonna mix all the wet ingredients together first, which is the eggs and vanilla and the oil. And then we're gonna mix the dry together, and we're gonna have to, since there's so much, we're gonna have to do a little at a time, I think. We'll try it. We'll see what we have. So I'm gonna put the eggs in. Oops, I need my other 3 eggs. Hold on, guys. I saved 3 to crack. Here's 1. Oops. You don't want the shell in there. It's going to be bad. 3. Let me wash my hands. Okay. I like to mix the eggs up a little bit before I put them in. You don't have to, but I'm gonna. And then I'm gonna put that in with the batter we already have going. With the zucchini I already have in here, and 2 cups of nuts. So I had 1 zucchini, guys, and it made 4 cups of zucchini. It was 11 inches long. I'm guesstimating, but that thing was huge, made 4 cups.
We probably left it in the garden a little too long.
Well, it was small one day, and then it was a giant the next. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix these eggs, the nuts, and the vanilla together, and get that mixed up real good. And then I'm going to start adding the sugar, the cinnamon, baking soda, and baking powder and salt. I think I'll do that next. And then I'll add the flour next, because I'm going to turn it over to Kevin after that, because man, this is a stiff batter. It looks dry. It is not going to be dry, folks. Don't forget to preheat your oven at 350. Now I'm making probably 6 loaves, and so it calls for an hour. I'll probably put it in for an hour and 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And I may have to do this video in 2 parts. So just in case, I wanted to warn you ahead of time. Because my camera doesn't pause and let me come back for some reason. Yeah, I'm just going to pour it all in there. It looks so good already. So if you just pour a little bit of the flour at a time, if you bake, you already know that. But I wanted to show you something before I start that, guys. Where'd it go? Oh. So, you know when you're grating something and you get down to that last part? This is a lid opener. And if you put that on your vegetable or lemon or whatever and just rub it, you don't cut your fingers up. It's fantastic. I've done it for years. It's just a lid opener. You can see I've ripped it, but it's fantastic. So just wanted to give you, that's my tip for the day. Just wanted to give that to you. Now I'm going to start adding the flour slowly. And you'll see how thick it gets. I may have Kevin take over in a minute, but I may be able to do it. So today we took the fence down, not the front part of the fence because I have watermelons growing through it, but we took the side and the back down of our garden fence because we didn't have a fence in our yard for years and we have deer everywhere. And they would eat everything in sight. So now I can actually walk into my garden, which is awesome. I have a bunch more zucchini and squash and acorn squash growing. The tomato plant is growing tomatoes and it's pretty awesome. I'm excited about that. So what have you guys been doing today? Anything special? You guys have school back? Any of you guys go to public school? If you do, I'm sorry in advance. Hopefully you homeschool your children because our public education system is going to you know where fast. Well, it's been that way for years. So you can see the batter thickening up, guys. And it's taking everything I have. I'm gonna try and persevere though. I don't like to be defeated by anything. So here we go. I hope y'all had a great day today and that the Lord blessed your day and the Lord blesses your week. I have Sundays off, so it's really special to me to spend time with my husband and our 2 dogs and hang out and get something done. Okay. So here it is. It's getting thick, but you want to make sure all that flour is incorporated into your batter real good. You don't have any hanging out like you can see. And then once it's all mixed up, you're going to take it and put it in your pot, bread pans. I'm going to use a different spoon for that. I had a home ec teacher in high school. Her name was Mrs. Huff. And she would, when we had home ec, she would make us dig, like take the eggshell. I'm going to dig it out here. And if there's any of the egg left, like this has a little bit of egg, she'd make us take our finger and rub it out. And we used to make so much fun of her. But as I got older, I realized that things she taught me stuck with me because most of the time to this day I still dig that egg out of there. And I make sure that I get everything out of the bowls and pans. I hate seeing when people leave food when they're baking in the pan. It's just my OCD. But she taught me to not waste. And she was probably one of the best teachers I ever had, although we gave her a really hard time. But anyway. Okay, so I'm going to take my big ladle and I'm going to start putting this in the bread pan. I usually fill it a little over half, and that makes a real nice loaf. These are real heavy loaves, y'all. But my goodness, are they good. My sister-in-law gave me this recipe probably, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And I'm just making it this year. But we've had an explosion of zucchini, so it's been real nice to bless our neighbors with it and our friends. And my daughter and I made it for the first time a couple weeks ago. It was pretty nice, just her and I making it and having our thing together, our mommy and daughter thing. She's a good girl. Okay, so that's about how full I get them. Just level it out. And let me get that mixed up there. So I might only have 5 pans. Might only have 4 at the rate I'm going. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll have 4. 4 big ones. Or 4.5. I might fill these up a little bit more so I don't waste it. They'll just be extra large loaves. Okay, we're gonna stick these in the oven, and we'll be back with part 2, zucchini bread finet. See you in a little bit.